Hello everybody, welcome on in. I'm Orion, back with some more Trial Survivor, and today we are going to contaminate the whole map, every enemy, with our deadly plague. So we're going to be running pretty much a full Gemini build today. We're going to be doing Magic Bolt, because obviously that's what we start off with. We're going to do Interlace Shot. We're going to do the Contagious, I don't know, the Contagious spell. I don't even know what the first words of that are. And then we're going to do the Galaxy, the Black Hole. So we're just going to do, is pretty much going to be a full status effect ailment damage kind of build. Those are going to be, we're definitely going to want, I mean, we're going to need those 4 spells, so we'll probably banish a lot of gods here. The last one we get, I don't really care. Honestly, I might even want to try to get a duplicate Gemini spell here. So we might go for that too. I haven't used Interlace Shot in quite a while. It's been a long time since I've incorporated Interlace Shot into one of my builds. It's a relatively cool spell, but yeah, I barely used it anymore. I think I started out using it a lot because I thought it was really cool. And then I kind of realized, you know, that the Contagious spell is a little bit better. Okay, then there's Black Hole, so we'll go with that. And then we just need, I guess we just need one more. We just need, what's the one we're missing? Oh, the best one, the Contagious Spread. That's it. There we go. Let's go. Okay, I think we'll roll. I think we'll try to see if we can get a 5th one here. What a great start here, getting all 4 of these. Okay, so we'll basically try to sort of banish everybody then. It's gonna take some time though to, I mean, I guess we just need to evolve one. Hopefully we can do that relatively quick. We can evolve one spell here, and then hopefully that spell will start showing up again. This is all the Gemini spells. Gemini doesn't have any other spells, so it's just these 4. As far as I know, you know, speaking of, these are the only spells, they did announce a while ago that they're gonna do a new character and a new god. I haven't heard anything about that recently. Today is July 26th. So as of right now, I do not know when the new one is going to come out. But I would love for it to be somewhat soon, because I would love to start busting out some new builds here and some new characters. We were talking about this on my stream the other night, one of the things that we wanted to see most, and I think a lot of people on the stream said boss fights. You know, I don't disagree. I think this game could really use boss fights. All right, I could use some more reroll die. I think we banished the majority of them. There might still be 1 or 2 more. I don't think, who haven't we seen? I don't think we've seen I don't think we've seen Ursa Major. Did we see Ursa Major? Hopefully we can get a couple more reroll die here too. Because if we banish one more god, there's still another one left. I guess I need to pay attention to how many gods I'm banishing. The only thing I don't like about this type of build is I feel that our damage is spread out a little bit too much in terms of, you know, we're doing fire, lightning, cold. You know, I don't really like taking like the fire damage upgrades and stuff. I prefer to do things that are going to sort of benefit everything, like that damage over time. I like the ability haste, but we're going to do, I'm okay with Magic Bolt. I don't know if I want that to be my 2nd one though, that I get doubles of. I don't think I want to get duplicates of that. Oh yeah, there's Ursa Major. All right. I hope that this is the last one. I hope that we have banished every god. Because as of right now, we don't have any rerolls. How many gods are there in this game? How many dice did I have? I had 15. So we banished 5 of them. And how many gods total are there in this game? Sagittarius. Oh, oh man. That's unfortunate. All right. So much for. Okay, so there's at least 7. Dang it. I was thinking that I should have just re-rolled out of Ursa Major when he showed up. Just re-rolled and not banished out of that one. In fear that there might have been another god I was forgetting. Okay, so there's, I think, 7 gods then. I'll have to remember that. So I'll have to, if I want to make sure to banish everybody, then we need 18. Need 18 reroll die. That's all right. At least we got I got the 4 spells. I got one of everything. I probably actually shouldn't have done. In hindsight, I probably shouldn't have done the knives. Because that's gonna not benefit. That adds, basically, it adds another element. No, the knives are okay. The knives are okay. Because this character does have damage over time and ailment duration effects. But I was thinking, you know, if fire damage shows up or lightning damage showed up, then it wouldn't help this spell, where it would help everything else. But that's okay. That's okay. Okay, what do we want to do here? We could do like a machine gun, a shotgun, or we could do some explosions. Let's try the Magic Bolt of Nova. Haven't done that one in a little while. I don't know if I'm a fan of it, but see, I don't want to, like, I don't want like this physical damage upgrade stuff. Hopefully we can get the galaxy upgraded soon too. The galaxy, or the black hole, is actually a pretty decent spell once you can get that upgraded to the one where it does a bunch of galaxies. Big fan of that spell now. For the knives, we'll probably just do Knives of Return. We're not going to do the bleed one because we're not really doing a bleed build here, so that's a no. Then the one where we throw out the double knives, I would rather just have Knives of Return, I think. I'm gonna prioritize upgrading spells to evolutions. It's gonna start getting, I think it's gonna start getting a little bit slow again with game releases. Last week, the prior week, there was quite a lot of games that came out. I don't really know if there's anything on my radar right now that comes out this week, or when you're watching this, the week of this week. I know How Many Dudes comes out. That's about it. That's really the only one I know off the top of my head that comes out this week that I might play on the channel. So I don't know what we're gonna do this week for content. There's definitely not a lot happening. I'm gonna have to relook at my calendar because right now it's Sunday for me. It's Sunday, so let's do that one so we can get the evolution there. There was there's a really couple good play tests that came out. I don't know if you've seen the videos for them yet, if they're even posted, but Bandwagon, they did a play test for that. That was really fun. There was a demo for Guns and Goblins. That was really fun. But that one, I played Guns and Goblins for, about an hour, and then I beat it. So not really much else to do with that one. There's not really different builds to experiment with or anything. It's almost like an incremental type game in a way. The incremental tower defense roguelite type game, first person shooter. It's a really interesting mix of genres, so check that game out if you haven't. Check out my video, better yet. We're still on the grind for 25,000 subs by the end of the year. We're a little over the halfway point. I think I have to get 2.5 thousand more subs. So if you enjoy this content, I really appreciate subs. 60% of returning viewers that consistently watch your channel are not subbed, which is a crazy statistic. People that watch your videos all the time. Mainly because, I'm no better, than that too. There's a lot of people I watch that I realize, I'm not sub to, just because they start showing up on your feeds. Once you watch enough of their videos, they just start showing up on your homepage, whether you're sub to them or not. There's a lot of Pokemon people I watch that I'm not sub to. Yeah, that's the goal. We still want to get to, I'm still trying to hit 25,000 by the end of the year. The ultimate goal here. Let's talk about this though. Cascading explosions now work on both enemies and walls. Fire's projectiles that periodically explode while traveling and bouncing off walls. Fire 3 sets of 2 projectiles. Let's do this one. Do the contact. That feels, I guess, a little bit more fitting here. But yeah, so the ultimate goal for the channel, I really want to get that plaque. For 100k subs. That's like the dream. And I know we can do it. I know I can get there. It's just a grind. you know, in about, I don't know, 2.5 years, you know, we got to 20. I mean, hopefully we'll be at like 25,000 subs after like 2.5 years. You know, hopefully we can get a few things that blow up a little bit, something like another Deep Rock Galactic where, you know, we can bring in a lot of new viewers on a new game. We're gonna kind of need one of those, but I think we can get to 100K. It's just a matter of, I guess it's just a matter of how long is it gonna take me. Because if we keep up with, just say 25, like it's gonna take me another like 6 to 8 years. You know, if we get 25K every like 2 years, I'll be 50. Be a 50-year-old 100K sub content creator. That's the goal. That's the goal. Ever since I realized, you know, it was possible. You know, like we can get to 100K. Like I remember making a joke about, like, someone had said something like, "Oh, when are you gonna do this?" And then I said, when I get to like 100K subs, and like someone made a comment like, "Oh, sure." It's like, well, here we are. You know, it's definitely possible. I think the hardest part about YouTube is breaking out. You know, it's going from that, you know, 35 sub channel, grinding out videos all the time, getting your break. That's kind of what everybody needs, you know, and we're past that point. Like I got my break. You know, yet another zombie survivor, Deep Rock Galactic survivor. Those were my breaks. So that's what got me, you know, from like being a small nobody content creator to like at least a name people recognize, like in the roguelike genre, you know. So we somewhat made it, but you know, we can now, we just need to, now it's just about grinding. Like we got our break. So now the growth is consistently happening, because that's the hardest part. There's so many content creators out there that I see that are sitting at like 100 subs, that are putting out videos every single day, just waiting for that one video to pop off and get, you know, like 50,000 views or whatever amount it takes to sort of blow up your channel a little bit. Because usually once that happens, you know, if you can keep up the momentum, you know, you're pretty good. That's kind of what we did. Like, sure, we never really had anything blow up, but we've kept up the momentum. Consistency has been the key. Consistency and grinding. That's been the key to, you know, me getting to where I am. I've only had 2 real games that did a lot, which is crazy because I probably played hundreds of games, but only 2 games I would say have actively created like a large sub count for my channel. Out of 2.5 years, only 2 games. You know how crazy that is? 2 videos a day for 2 years, and only 2 games have like blown up my channel. Trial Survivor does decent, but I wouldn't count that as blowing up my channel. It was, because like these videos don't view anywhere near. Like I was getting, you know, some of my Yet Another Zombie survivors are like 50K plus. I have a lot of Deep Rock Galactic videos that are like over 50,000. There's nothing in Trial Survivor is even close to that. But yeah, it's crazy to think that all the games we played, only 2 games have broken out. So you can imagine how hard it is, you know, for those smaller creators. For someone like me who puts out 2 videos a day, did videos on hundreds of games. I have almost 3,000 videos up on the channel. And only 2 games. Only 2 games that whole time. I've actively like made the growth of my channel like blow up a little bit. But anyways, we're past that. We got our break. Like I said, now it's just the grind. So we're gonna be looking for 100K here. I mean, hopefully it doesn't take me like 8 years to do it. Ideally, we can have another couple games that break out. I guess that's the biggest thing right now is I'm trying to get to the point to where you know, like my views for videos are like doubling for each thing. Instead of getting 5,000 views a video, you know, we're trying to get 10,000 views. That's the next step. So instead of having breakout game, it's just to expand the audience where my videos start just getting more views in general. You know, baby steps. Go from like 4,000 average views to 6,000, then to 10,000. So if we can start getting 10,000 views a video, that'll be huge. All right, let's do, I guess we're doing physical damage here then for this one. So long story short, if you're not sub, please sub. Too long, didn't read. Please sub. But ultimately, it's the viewers that matter most. The sub count is just a number, you know? It's the returning viewers, whether you're subbed or not. That's what matters the most. Definitely getting that 100K plaque, man, that would, you don't know how good that would make me feel. Like that's what I want. Like that 100K plaque will make me feel like all the hours and times I've spent grinding this, you know, has truly made it worth it. And we got a contagious spread being only at level 2 right now is a little disheartening, because that's a really good spell. The galaxy too. Some of our really strong spells aren't even leveled up, but we're doing okay. You know, if we get past floor 6, that's, I think floor 6 is generally probably the hardest floor in the game. If you can get past floor 6, then I think you're fine to make it to 10. I think this is the make or break it floor. Because once you start seeing the knights, if you can't kill them, done. So many bombs already. I didn't put any lifesteal in this build. I forgot to. I forgot that I've been doing that with some of these. Luckily, we haven't really needed it yet. The lifesteal is super good. Super good. I do wish we would have had some. Hopefully, we can get some. I think we're doing a great job of sort of clearing paths out here too. You know, when we get a large group of enemies like this, we can just down them all. I'm not getting pushed back. We're pushing them back. That's always a good sign. Oh, tried to pull that back a little bit more. And we almost have a few maxed out spells, and then my 2 best spells, arguably, aren't even evolved yet. I just like Knives of Return because they can bounce off the walls. No, they come back to us. This song never gets old. Ever. So what's doing all of the damage here? Do we think it's the contagious, the interlace shot? Does seem like that's doing pretty good. Knives usually always do pretty good damage though. Pretty sure Magic Bolt's not going to be the top damage dealer, so I wouldn't count on that one. Black Hole is definitely not going to be the top damage dealer right now. There would have been potential if we got it evolved, but for right now, it's definitely not going to be the top damage dealer. And I wish I had some lifesteal though. Oh, 500. Dang, did I not do the physical damage quests? I just got the quest done for 500 million physical damage. It feels that I should have done that already, but I've done couple of physical builds, but I guess, you know, the elemental stuff is probably a little bit easier to do. There's way more elemental builds than there are physical. So there's way more cold, fire, lightning spells. Did we just do the attack right on beat? That was pretty sick. You know, right when the beat dropped. Yeah, hopefully this next level up will give us the black hole evolution. We'll do the multiple galaxies. The shattering one, I was not impressed with that one. This one is the one we're gonna pick. Oh no, this one, the explosion. Interesting that this one's called shattering. So explosion one is the one I'm not that impressed with. This one is, I don't know. That one's kind of interesting too. It's hard to tell how much of a damage increase that actually ends up being. But I have found orbiting to be really good. You know, it's not a god tier spell, but it's a solid like A-, B+ spell. You know, it's kind of usually with most of my builds, it's always been in the middle. I'm not sure if this is where it'll end up. We did get it. I mean, it's floor 9. Dang. We don't even have the contagious spread yet either. Where's contagious spread at? Still 2 away. Crazy. All right, well, that one's maxed out. The contagious spread, I like to do the aura. That probably would have been our highest damage dealer, just because it spreads the damage so quickly among so many enemies. I just kind of realized this game doesn't have health regeneration either. There's life steal, but there's no actual health regeneration. You know, 1 HP per, 10 HP per minute or something, or 1 HP per 10 seconds. There's none of that. I wonder why. Maybe because there's plenty of hearts that drop? I don't know. Maybe that's where they expect you to get your life regen. Pick up hearts. And I usually have every spell evolved by this time. But instead we have 2 maxed out spells, right? 2. We have Bolt of Nova, and then we have the knives. There we go. All I need is one. I just want at least one, so that way when I take a hit, I can, you know, bring back my health after a few seconds. That's all it takes. You just need that one. Obviously, more is a little bit better, but, you know, now if I... see, let's see if I can take a hit. You know, take a hit, and then boom, within... what was that, a second? 1 or 2 seconds, you know, back to full health. All right, there's contagious spread finally. Let's get... oh, so close. So close to that level up. Okay, we're going to do the aura. Success. Duration? Yeah, sure. That seems like a spell that would really benefit from that. Wonder how hard it's going to be, sort of being mainly a damage over time kind of build. We don't really have any, you know, super hard hitting spells. You know, a lot of what we're doing is kind of pitter patter damage, but it's a lot of pitter patter damage. You know, instead of throwing that right hook, we got like, you're eating like 20 jabs to the face. Maybe I shouldn't do like the health stuff. That's a good one. Legendary lifesteal. I don't think I can get overconfident here. We're definitely not in an overconfident kind of build. I'm never really a fan of items that don't scale in the game. I'm pretty sure that bomb doesn't scale in damage. You know, does it always do a flat set amount of damage? If it does, that needs to change. I always hate it when games do that. So many games do that. Where it's like, oh, cool, I got a bomb. It does 50 damage. Sweet. That's really great for the first, you know, 10 floors. But once enemies start having, you know, 10,000 health, what's 50 damage gonna do? So have we figured out what the best way to do endless mode is yet? Is it to do it one floor at a time? I'm betting it is. I don't think I could ever do one floor at a time. I'll be real. I don't think I could ever do it. It would take way too long. Especially if we're going to like 60 floors. Oh my gosh, these would be multiple hour videos. I'm cool with just doing the 5 floor skips. Keeps the videos at about 1 hour, which is, you know, kind of a perfect amount of time for me here. I do think we're going to hit a wall here kind of soon. I mean, we're doing okay. But I feel around 76. We might hit that. We might hit that wall. Luckily, like I said, luckily we did get some lifesteal. So, you know, that'll kind of keep us alive for a little bit here. We eat some hits every once in a while. We're definitely getting, I think, too much physical damage upgrades. Dang, that hit hard. All right, let's get off of this. I need, because I want to, yeah, let's level up our other spells here. That was 5 Sagittarius upgrades in a row. All right. Black Hole is now maxed out with a legendary lightning damage. Yeah. Like I said, I think we're gonna hit that wall here somewhat soon. Thought we might. I think we can still make it to the 70s. Let's see. And thank God for the lifesteal. So good. The game is pretty generous with dropping hearts, though, you know. It's nice to not have to rely on trying to go find them. And I was out doing a bunch of yard work this weekend. Well, not necessarily yard work, but I was like putting together our backyard. We got a new pergola and some, you know, patio furniture. So I was putting all that together. But I was doing it at night. Now my legs are just tore up from so many bug bites. So many. Probably like 15 to 20 on each leg. I should have been prepared. Should have put on some bug spray. Luckily, you can play this game one-handed because I'm scratching my leg with the other hand. Yeah, I don't know what I'm gonna play after this though. We talked about earlier in the video. There's not really a lot out right now. I don't know if I'll just record another video for this one. I was kind of hoping to play something different, but I'm just trying to think. What am I gonna play? I think it's definitely it's gonna be a slow couple weeks. I don't really recall anything big coming out. Because last week the week prior, you know, had Tears of Blood, Limitless Survivor, Hand of Fate, Past the Fear. You know, bunch of games came out that week, and of course they all came out on the same day. Hate to see that happen because that happens a lot. I gotta be careful about taking multiple hits. The enemies are doing too much damage like that. Again, where I can't get overconfident and just take a couple hits like that. Usually I wouldn't care, but at this point I should care. Uh-oh. Okay, barely. Whew. Get us out of there. Ooh, that was a bad one to take. All right, no more health increases. Oh, this is my favorite one. I love this one because all the totems are just right here, and usually my spells will hit them. You know, see, we already down that one. This one's going to be down by the time we get there. Yeah, this one might be short-lived. I told you around 76 we probably hit the wall. Got out of there though. I didn't think we were gonna get out of that. Just gotta trust our spells, I guess. Okay, here comes the big boy wave. Oh boy. Okay, shoot. Too bad I don't have the lightning guy. Yep, there it is. There it is. Saw that one coming a mile away from level 76. That's usually kind of where, when I do these 5-floor skips, that's kind of seems to be where we usually top out at, which again that's fine to me. It's an hour video. All right, so Knives did the most. Aura did second most. Orbiting, yeah, see, orbiting, I told you, is like always in the middle. It's never really probably, unless you just don't have good spells, it's kind of always gonna be, you know, it's probably gonna be right there in the middle. It's not the god tier, but it's not Bolt Magic of Nova. Whirling Knives number 1, I guess that's not surprising. Aura number 2. This probably would have been number 1 if we got it sooner. Since it took so long though, it still did number 2. And then yeah, I mean, Interlace Shot did fine. The only one that didn't really hold up was Black Bolt, but it's hard to get every spell to be, you know, kind of fully balanced and then just, you know, working out well in the build. But everything did fine. That build ended up doing a little bit better than I thought it would. But that's going to be it. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoy these videos, please like, subscribe, and I hope you have a great rest of your day.